Okay, boom, here we go. I'm pretty excited. Soulbeed chain, yeah, Soulbeed Strike chain. I've been up a fair bit of the night trying to work out a solution to this. I'm not saying that this is one, but I would love the community to come back and see if they can improve on this theory and design for this chain to see if we can get it to work and if it's worth pursuing. So yesterday I talked about this chain being not necessarily something that you would want to start with Soulbeed Strike because people will block it. You will end up with cards in hand. And my theory was go with a lesser strike that's got go again that allows you to do something like break your boots and then cascade into a whole bunch of other attacks, which could see you ending up with a Soulbeed Strike right towards the end and then possibly playing cards from that when an opponent has exhausted their defense capabilities. So to get that to work, and it's such a moving part, cards in hand are so important. So we're dealing with a lot of zero costs. We don't want to be pitching for too much, if anything. We need to be drawing more cards if possible. And I'm just sticking to this chain at the moment. I've put everything into this idea just with this chain in mind. And yeah, let's just take a look. All right. Harmonized Kadashis, people. So we need to be using these to force the opponent to use their equipment to block. We do not, for any reason, want them to be left with any equipment. Now, another thing on this is that you're going to run out of cards, especially if you're drawing so much. If everything works out and you are drawing and you're attacking, and yeah, you're going to run out of cards before the opponent will. You know, they might dump 4 cards on a defense, maybe 5, but you're hoping to be using more. Plus, you've got your defensive phase if you need to be using cards. So yeah, be aware of that. So under no circumstance should you really be trying to start your chain if they've got equipment available to block with, because one block you're going to be stuck with your whole hand, especially if everything is relying on that. Now there is one way around that, and that's with Snapdragon Scalers. We'll get to that, but let's see which one we prefer, yeah? All right. So what else? What's the next one I've got on my lists? I've got Breaking Scales. Now, I looked at Gauntlets. Fair point, I didn't really go into Arcane, but I'm expecting a lot of the null rune stuff, anti-rune equipment. So I was thinking, nah, I'm going to stick to Breaking Scales. Look, it gives us a +1 on combo, and it gives us a Battle Worn as well for 1 attack with 1 defense with equipment. So I'm hoping something better comes along, or I've missed something. But for now, this is where it sits. All right, Mask of Momentum. Nothing more really needs to be said. It goes exactly where we want to be with our game. We want to be drawing cards. We want that fear to be in the opponent that if they let that, you know, if it goes to 3rd attack, they're having to use cards. They're having to defend to stop a card like this. And we've added other cards in there affecting a draw. So we're hoping to see an opponent discard their hand on defense so you can get a better turn on the next one and keep that momentum going, okay? That's exactly what it's called, Mask of Momentum, for that reason, yeah? All right, let's keep going. Now, a little bit controversial on this. I have gone Fiendals on this with the chance that I keep forgetting to put a marker on it, but we're not using too many resources in this game, okay? Bear with me, I just need... So I'm expecting that 1 resource is going to be enough. Build up the tunic, use it at an opportune point, or if not much is happening, use it and build it up again, waiting for that point again. Look, it's in there for now. Let's keep going. Vest of the First Fist. If you don't have the spring tunic, I think this is very good. Why I love this so much is that it's an instant. Like when an attack action card you control hits, you may destroy Vest of the for bits. If you do, gain 2 resources. Like it is fantastic, and there's certain cards in this build that require 2 energy. So I've gone with Fiendals at the moment to test this, just due to the fact that it can assist throughout the game. But Vests of the First Fists can really punch through a turn that can be the decider for a game. It's a fantastic card, and it's better than Cross-Strap in my opinion, just due to the fact that you can do it as an instant. The only thing is that the attack action card has to hit, very much like the boots themselves. But we're concentrated this deck on something hitting, okay? All right, here we go. Breeze Rider Boots, exactly the same thing. Attack action needs to hit. That's why we're throwing in like the head jab. And I haven't actually put all the other colors in, but all right, so the Breeze Rider Boots are in there, just waiting for something to hit. When you've got card in arsenal, cards in hand, ready to pump that action or that turn, bang, they will snap. All attack action cards with combo gain go again this turn. It's such a fantastic ability. It's also got battle worn. It is fantastic. Yeah. The second part of this, that if you're not having any luck, maybe Snapdragon Scalers are your way to go. You just snap them, target attack with a cost of 1 or less, which is going to be just about most of the attacks in the deck, will gain go again. Yeah. One-time use, but if you can find that opportunity to use it, bang, and then go off from there. Maybe use it on the Soulbeed Strike to set up into Crane Dance and Herons. It's up to you. But just understand that after Herons, you're not going to have that go again like you do with Breeze Rider Boots to continue that chain going. Yep. All right. Ancestral Empowerment. I cannot stress how good this card is. Giving you the +1 and a drawer card. It fits exactly where we want to be. We've got Mask of Momentum. We've got Ancestral Empowerment. 0 cost card. Fantastic. Put this phone on silent. Don't want to be interrupted. Here we go. Not going to interrupt us anymore. And 3 defense. It's a fantastic card overall. 3 in the deck. I did not put Remembrance in my deck for this. I'd have to actually take a look at that, but we'll keep going on and see how we go with this. All right. Card that I've added. Okay, now I favor Plunder Run Blue. It's in my mind for the pitch value, but we're not looking to pitch. So yellow and blue sit in very well with this. Yellow giving the +2 if it comes from your arsenal, gives the next attack you play +2. But this is exactly like Master Momentum. The next time an attack action card you control hits this turn, so it's not even waiting for the 3rd in chain. It's waiting for the next one to hit. And if that first one doesn't hit and you've got go again, you do the next one. Now, this is where Snapdragon Scalers could work very well with Plunder Run. I'm going with Breeze Rider Boots to test it out, but like I said, the backup is Snapdragon Scalers. It's so much pressure on the opponent. They don't want you to draw a card, especially when they see what you're trying to do. They're going to do everything not to do it. So playing 3 of these, most likely playing 3 of them as well. So we've got Mask, we've got Ancestral Empowerment, we've got Plunder Run. Now we're moving on to Art of War, drawing 2 cards. Fantastic. This is one of the cards that is costing you 1. Okay. It's for this deck, it is so good. You can pitch for 2 if you get it too early, throw it in to actually get it back a little bit later. It is an instant, not an action. You can banish an attack action card from your hand if you do draw 2 cards. Fantastic. Now, you can play it on defense, play it on attack. You can get the +1 on the attack if you want. Or the next attack action card you play this turn gains go again. So it's so good for the theory of this deck. So it's in there, and I've found a fair bit of use from it in the game so far. Fantastic card. I believe I've got 3 in the deck for this. 2 or 3. I've got to start looking at the numbers for that. I've got a game later on today, so hopefully I'll be able to test it a bit more. All right, let's see the next card. Head Jab. You know I love it. I need to get the other colors in there. I haven't got them in, but I believe I put all 9 Head Jab in for this game coming up. So although I don't have the chain, I've got the Go Again. It's consistent pressure on the opponent. Are they going to block this for a 1? Potentially not, yeah? And then the next one's 2 and 3. So obviously getting up there. Depends how I want to play it. Once I've got rid of their equipment with the Kadashis, cards like this are amazing. And they're really going to set up the rest of our chain, especially with the Breeze Rider boots. That's what this all relies on. And then drawing cards. What do we got next? Lunging Press, just to help us out. Through that, another 0 cost card, defense for 2. Razor Reflexes, the other 1 cost card that's in there. I've got 9 of these across the board, I believe. So 3 of each color. Trying to, if just doing the extra damage, like even late in the turn, if I was to take it off the Spring Tunic, pay for this at a point where they can't defend and play a Soulbeed Strike for 4 and then hit for another 3 being 7, that's huge. That's starting to get up there, especially if it's at the end of a chain where probably 10 damage has been done already. So yeah, this could be a game winner at the end of the time when they're not expecting it. Now, Tome of Fyendal, have not got this in the deck at the moment. It is on my mind. I need to put it in and to move it out or in depending on the matchup. But once again, fits so well into this strategy of drawing 2 cards. You know what? If I get to play it from Arsenal, I also get life back. So yeah, it's in there. I do worry about having it in hand, but I can use it to block for 2. Probably 1 in the deck is enough. Maybe 2 if you're feeling lucky enough to be able to use it. Enlightened Strike, enough said, yeah. Draws me a card or gives me Go Again, or I can go the +2 right at the end of a chain, or if I've got nothing else to do. Also, yeah, the fact that it draws a card is why it's in there, or the ability to go again, therefore giving pressure to the opponent, knowing that I've potentially got Plunder run out, Mask of Momentum's in play. Yeah, it's great. I can't play Ancestral Empowerment on this, but overall, fantastic. You know what? It doesn't even need to hit for me to draw a card. I can just draw a card. If that was to hit, the Breeze Rider boots can go into effect. It is only for an attack. No, when a ninja attack action card you control hits. So I can't use it with the boots. But overall, you know it, I know it. It's a fantastic card. Fetches a high price for a reason. All right. Then we get into Soulbeed Strike. Now when you look at Soulbeed Strike, how good does this card look at a 0 cost 4 attack with what we've set up with card draw and the amount of damage that this thing can lay out for a 0 cost? It looks pretty good to me. Yellow Soulbeed Strike only doing 3 and blue only doing 2. You know what these allow? They allow the Art of Wars. They can be put under for the Enlightened Strikes if I want. Yeah, just sets up a few other things, plus another card that's coming up. Crane Dance. If you do get the Head Jab off, play this second, just so they can't, be defending with cards that have an attack greater than 2, yeah? It's great. You don't even need the +1. If it's got Go Again from the boots that have been cracked, then you can just keep running into Heron's Dance or the next one. So Heron's Flight, Heron's Dance, Heron's Flight. Yeah, if this comes after Crane Dance, fantastic. Gets a +2, and then you choose attack action or non-attack action cards and, yeah, what they can defend with. Fantastic. Once again, it's got combo. If the boots have been broken, this gets Go Again. All right, remember that. Find Center. I'm going to keep it in there, probably for 2. Only for the Zen State token. If I'm coming up against something like a Rune Blade, fantastic. You know, each of his Rune Blades cracked, but if I've got the Zen token out, take no damage from it. So that's fantastic in that respect. This has also got combo, so it will get Go Again if the boots have been broken. Now, if it was the last to take this combat chain, can't be defended by cards with cost less than the number of chain links that you control. So, wow. So normally 3, 4th in the chain, somewhere around that. They can't defend with cards less than that. So it's a fantastic card in that respect. It's not doing a hell of a lot of damage. Hopefully you've got a Razor Reflex to throw on this, or if it's got Go Again, just playing something like the Soulbeed Strike after this to continue on with your attacks. And the other 2 cost card that I've got in this game, Command and Conquer. People don't expect it. The fact that they can't defend with defense reaction catches a lot of people off. No one will see this coming. So don't show it if you've got it. There might be times that you have to. But this has won me a game recently. Just a trial game. And it really surprises people. They're like, oh, dang, 6. Didn't think that was coming. So, yeah, it's just another attack that could potentially get a hit out there or close out the game. Maybe even a finisher because they would never expect it. Okay, so they're the cards that I've got for my trial to actually make Soulbeed Strike good or make this chain workable at least at a minimum, yeah? So that's how I'm trying to solve the dilemma. If you agree, let me know. If you disagree, also let me know. And please, if you've got any other ideas in regards to how this chain can work or how we can draw more cards from this chain, please let me know, because drawing cards and trying to finish the opponent off as quick as possible is what I believe this deck should be all about. I don't believe it should just be for Blitz. It should be for Standard if we can get it to work, because there's so much value in the 0 cost cards. Okay, all right. That is it from me today. Look forward to all your feedback and have a great one, guys. See ya.